All right, guys. So I had a delivery that I have to uh, take over. So we stopped the recording earlier. Uh, we'll continue with the classic uh, web application. So uh, like in the previous video, we create this presentation later on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in the server side. In the modern web application, we transfer that presentation layer to the client side. So we generate it using the Ajax technology and WebSocket. So that's the power of that modern technology. And then, so for this business layer, for multi tier, for this multi tier classic web application, we use JavaScript mostly, but you can also use PHP, Python, and Java. The persistence layer is also JavaScript, just like this here, post.js, and the logic is this routes. There's the services here. Here, the post.js. Here is the JavaScript. So as you can see, guys, the logic has more code. The data layer contains the data processed in the application, which is usually stored in database. So in this case, this is my model in post.js. So here is another way to access the database. We use JavaScript on persistence layer to access this data. So in this case, I actually use MongoDB. So it's a separate, no, it's not a separate code. I use this. So I use like an ORM to use JavaScript to manipulate the database instead of using the MongoDB. So we will discuss ORM in the next videos, but it's a way to abstract database access. So it's also a persistence layer because we actually this is sorry guys, this is actually the persistence layer. This is the kitchen stop that has an access to the pantry and the refrigerator. Okay, so last part, multi-tier architecture for modern web applications. The layered architecture is shifted somewhat from the server side to the client side. The HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code is still on the server side, but most, like a lot of the code, a lot of the presentation layer is now transferred to the client side. So what it meant is that it's being hidden or hide in the front end, in the client side. You don't actually go or request something or HTML, CSS, and JavaScript on the server. It's actually on the client side, it's just hidden. Like let's say the form or the login or the views or the features of the web app is hidden until you log in, right? So remember, not only does this type of application generate static HTML code on the server side and sends it to the client, it also generates HTML dynamically on the client side. So that's what we meant. Um, so we use the document object model or DOM API that like we discussed in the previous videos to generate HTML on the client side, and technologies such as Ajax are used to request data from the server. So that's it, guys. And to sum it up, here's the metaphor for the modern web application. Imagine a restaurant with interactive menu, which is the React Native or thick client. So for modern web application, we call that thick client, and for the classic, we call that thin client. because the presentation layer are still on the server, right? And then this interactive method, the React Native, request to the waiter. So this React Native is the waiter, and then this is the client logic, side logic. It sorry, the waiter requests to the kitchen, the server, and then in the kitchen there's a head chef who handles the core business logic, and then it has kitchen stop, which is the persistence layer. Again, it's here, it's this post.js that abstract the access to our actual database, which in this case MongoDB. That's why it's called MernUp. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video. Peace.